Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you. The Jordan brand gave us 3 dope releases of the Jordan 4 in the month of October. I can't remember getting that many 4s back to back to back ever, really. The most recent one was the Midnight Navy Jordan 4s. I had already got the Black Canvas Jordan 4s. I already got the Canyon Purple Jordan 4s. I'm a huge fan of the 4 silhouette, and I just think this looked like an instant classic. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these Midnight Navy Jordan 4s. Alright, so to start it off, I was really pumped whenever I saw this. This box reminds me of the Military Black Jordan 4s and also the Infrared Jordan 4s. I think maybe the Topaz 4s from a year or so ago came in a box similar to this as well, but it's color coordinated to the shoe because it's a navy box, but it's got all this splatter all over it. It's got that flight print and then that Jumpman popping off of there in bright red. But I love it when the box coordinates with the shoe. The tag reads Air Jordan 4 Retro. The colors are white and midnight navy, and you can see there the size is a 9 on this. I actually got exclusive access for Ship to Me on Finish Line, and I got in, had my size, which is a 10.5 in cart, went to payment, and I filled in all my payment info, and when I hit like submit or complete purchase or whatever, it kicked me back out into the queue. Then when I got back in, my size 10.5 was gone, size 10 was gone, all the bigger sizes were gone. When it kicked me back into queue, I was sitting there, I couldn't get back in. My buddy had the exact same thing happen, and he was unable to get back in and get a pair at all. So I just figured I would try for a size 9 or whatever size I could get. Then hopefully that would enable me to swap this for my size later. I think the retail price on these was $210, pretty steep, but Jordan 4s are always hot. Even with the rest of the market cooling off, these kind of stay hot. So I didn't think twice about grabbing these. And I actually saw these in hand before they dropped, and that also just reinforced my thinking that I really needed to grab this pair. I really like this material. I haven't really seen too many people talking about it, but this leather is soft. It's got a nice bit of texture. It's not like overly tumbled, like really fake looking, but I really like Jordan 4 with a white upper. This material is nice, and I think this combination of the navy and then this gray or cement with the splatter on it, it just looks like a classic. Like, it almost gives me Midnight Navy 6 vibes, just 90s vibes. It really is a colorway that seems familiar, even though this is the first that we've got them just like this. One thing that surprised me was my local Finish Line has been getting a lot of pairs lately, and they only got 3 pairs of these. They didn't get any GS pairs. They only got 3 adult pairs, and I didn't get exclusive access, so those were all claimed by online raffle, and I didn't get any of those. I got these through Ship to Me, so Finish Line still came through, but I wasn't able to secure my size through Finish Line this time, and usually that's my go-to. I don't know if maybe the robberies in Memphis at like the storage or the distribution center, I don't know if that had something to do with it, because from everything that I saw, the most stolen shoes were these Midnight Navy 4s along with the Cherry Red 11s. So I don't know if maybe that played a factor into my store not getting as many. That's just me speculating, but I don't know. Either way, I'm really glad that I was able to get this pair. And then fortunately on sneakers, both my account and my wife's account hit. So I've got a couple more pairs coming from sneakers, but they haven't even shipped yet. Starting with the tread pattern, it's very familiar. It's that same 4 tread pattern that we always get. But like I said about the upper, this color combination just really gives me the 90s feeling. Just navy, white, gray, and then that red. it really reminds me of 90s type style. And I think the 4 came out in 89, so this early 90s type colorway is definitely very fitting on a silhouette from that period. But there at the midfoot in red, you've got that Jordan logo, the Jumpman popping off of there. You've got some herringbone traction going different ways up here in the front with some red and navy, and then more of that traction there at the heel in gray. And that blue rubber from the outsole wraps up to the side of the shoe. You can see it on the midsole. And we also have areas that are painted gray foam, and it's got that nice splatter effect on it. Around the air unit, it's painted white, and that looks nice and clean. And coming up from that midsole area, we've got this nice white leather, and it reminds me of the white leather on the white Oreos. It's got a little bit of texture. It's not overly tumbled or anything, but it's just really, really, really soft. And I haven't really heard people talk about the quality of this material, but to me, I think these are really, really nice. And also, the pair that I saw in hand back months ago, it had this really nice quality too. So I don't think it's just that I got a good pair. I really think that the leather that they picked for these is a really good material, at least in my opinion. We've got those vent areas here at the base of the tongue. You can see it's a white material with that white netting over top of it. And then here on the side, white on white as well. We've got these gray plastic accents up here attached to the eye stays, and that's gray with the splatter to match the painted foam down on the midsole of the shoe, and that also matches this gray and splatter here for the heel tab. And we've got a blue Jumpman jumping off of that. We also have these blue basketball nets, or just eye stay accents, whatever you want to call them. But this blue matches the blue on the midsole, and then the Jumpman on the tongue. At the top of the tongue, it's a white leather material to go along with the whole upper of the shoe. And we've got a white tag with that Flight font in red, and then a blue Jumpman. It only came with white laces. I bet gray would look decent, but I like how clean it looks with all white, so I would just keep them that way. The sock liner is that old school kind of fuzzy, soft cotton material, and that's a white color. And the insole is midnight navy. And the back of the tongue is midnight navy, and it's got that Air Jordan branding upside down on it. And now for me personally, this probably is my favorite Jordan 4 to release in October. I might even like these more than the military black Jordan 4s. I don't like them quite as much as the white Oreo 4s, but I think this is a solid pair of kicks, and I'm definitely keeping a pair in the rotation for as long as I can. Let me know what you think about these. Let me know if you were able to hit on them, and I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.